So have you started planning out your year? Are you one of those people that plans your entire year out in advance and has it all articulated exactly what's going to happen in the new year? I admire people that do that. I can kind of like plan out the first quarter and then I'm pretty much winging it from there on. The first 3 months of the year is all organized and then it goes to hell in a handbasket, typically speaking. But I'm still struggling to get that first third of the month planned. Welcome to the vlog. Sorry, we're a little bit slow this week on the vlog. And I'll fill you in on what's happening because that's one of the big reasons that that I'm a little bit behind. Is planning for next year, is putting all of the pieces in place. And I got to tell you right out of the gate, I am some kind of seriously excited about what's going to happen next year here at Dotto Tech and with the whole brand, because we're taking on some pretty exciting and big new things. The biggest thing for me right now is I'm launching a podcast, as we're putting the podcast together. I'm hoping to do more than that, but one thing at a time, Steve. So the podcast, so if you're following us here on the vlog, you know that increasingly I'm passionate about talking to baby boomers and Gen X, people who are looking to reinvent themselves and to discover the digital space and to develop skills in the digital space. So you got to tell me if you like the idea. So the podcast is going to be called, wait for it, Gray Matters. Here, I'll show you what the logo looks like. Liz Azian, my wonderful graphic designer, she came up with the logo. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? And yeah, and are you going to subscribe? Well, I should tell you what it's going to be about first, shouldn't I? So, as I put together, the issue with our generation getting online is profound. Is doing more online. Now, I know a lot of you who follow us are already really comfortable in the social marketing space, the social media space. You have staked your place online. But as I've been working through this, increasingly I believe that there's a huge percentage of baby boomers and Gen X, and I don't like saying that all the time, baby boomers and Gen X, baby boomers and Gen X. So my good buddy Kevin Donnell actually sent me a message talking about people in the gray zone, and I love that term. Do you like it? Those of us with a touch of gray. So that encompasses everybody that's a little bit more mature, the gray zone. So I'm going to start using that term instead of baby boomers and Gen X. So those of us in the gray zone, because we have been working so hard and so long and focused on in traditional work, traditional business, that the whole online space has kind of grown up in parallel to us, but we haven't necessarily been a fully fledged participant in that space. And I think that as a result, we feel to a certain extent that we are visitors in that space and not necessarily full participants in that space. Come on in, Sean. I don't think Shan was fully vested in this vlog. But here, back to my point. I think that many of us think that the social media space is the domain of the millennials. They did most of the work on it. They built it. Now, we did a lot of the work building the pieces that are used. But Facebook, Instagram, the social networks, that's really the millennials' place. And we are visitors in that space. And I just think that we believe that it's not as much ours as it is theirs. And I think that's wrong. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's wrong. I know it's wrong. We have just as much right to do whatever we want online as anybody else. Now, there's a bunch of reasons that we might not feel as comfortable doing it, but we have the right. And so it's another angle. It's just another way to attack this entire problem of making sure that our generation, that the gray zone, is actively engaged in that online space. And this has become increasingly my mission. I think that there is a powerful movement that is about to shake the foundation of the internet as the grays come in and start playing in the space. And so consequently, the podcast is going to be a big part of my effort to be a participant in that movement. I think our generation will watch a podcast, and I am asking you a lot of questions, but Tell me in the comments, are you going to subscribe to a podcast? Now, I'll tell you what the podcast is going to be about. First of all, I suppose I should do that. So the podcast is going to be about far more tactical than the kind of the social things that I do in the vlog. I'm going to keep doing this vlog, and the vlog is going to continue to be, what life is like as a baby boomer in the digital age. It'll be some funny things that happen in our life. I'll be talking about the common things that we share as baby boomers in this space. But the podcast is going to be tactics. How do you build your social marketing business? What tools do you use? What techniques do you use? But I'm going to do it from our perspective, from a baby boomer's perspective, setting our experience into that space. How do we take and leverage all of our years of experience in the marketplace, and how do we bring that experience and be relevant? So it's going to be more of a business show. I think that this vlog is far more of a social effort, more of a social show, whereas the Gray Matters is going to be far more a business-centered show, teaching techniques, opening your eyes to opportunities and possibilities in the online space. I'll always try and put it in context with the gray zone, but it's going to be, it'll be information that you can probably get elsewhere as well. I mean, anybody that's talking about building an email list, doing online marketing, doing social video, live streaming, all of the different techniques and tools that we use, building online courses, generating opportunities and revenue in the online space. So that's what it's going to be. That's what Gray Matters is going to be all about. Now, it's going to be a combination of me talking, just solo podcasts where I talk my way through the podcast, and interviews. I'll be doing interviews. I don't know if it's going to be 50-50 or not. This is the thing. After having all the years of television and doing several radio programs over the years, and developing the format has taken a lot more effort than I thought it was going to take. But I think I'm getting close. I actually, after we finish the vlog today, after I finish recording this vlog today, I'm going to record my third try at episode 1 of the podcast. I've got episode 0 done, which is just kind of what the podcast is about. But I'm just trying to get all of the different pieces in the flow, how I want the podcast to feel, and what the segments are going to be like, and the energy and the voice, that all of those things have to come into it. So I'm working on that right now. And I'm hoping that the next version is going to be the one that I feel comfortable with and ready to publish. We're going to publish it in the same. Actually, I'm just meeting with some podcasting experts tomorrow to find out whether or not I'm going to podcast it in the same stream as my old podcast, or whether I'm going to start fresh. There's lots of technical issues that I'm kind of working my way through. Been spending a lot of time working on making sure the audio quality is where I want, and that the bumpers are how I want. So setting myself up for success, as opposed to just kind of rushing ahead, starting the way I did with this vlog. To be honest, with the vlog, I pretty much just rushed ahead, started the camera rolling, and did it. But it didn't necessarily have the same kind of purpose as what the podcast is going to have. So that's going to be it. We're going to have 2 properties here in the gray area. We're going to have the vlog, which will continue, and then Gray Matters, the podcast, which I'm hoping is going to be a big success. So looking forward to your feedback on it. What do you think of the idea? How you feel about it? What sort of topics would you like to see me cover in the podcast? Do you have any suggestions of guests? People that you might think might make an excellent, that you want to share with the rest of the people in the gray zone? Let me know. I am looking forward to reading your comments. So that's why 2019 for me is a year I am looking forward to as we launch into this new podcast venture. What are you looking forward to in the new year as well? Would love to see that as a kind of final call to action. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Once the podcast is up and running, I will put a link. Actually, once the podcast is up and running, I will put a link in the description below. I look forward to seeing you both there and here. Till next time, I am Steve Dotto. Have fun storming a castle. I'm looking forward to 2019 with bated breath. What does that term mean anyways, bated breath? It sounds like you've got like you've got bait on your breath. I don't know what bated breath means. Maybe I'll ask Google later. Google knows everything.